Hello and welcome to Watch Maxie's Watch Videos. My name's Axel and I'm glad to have you on the show. It has been quite some while since I last presented a watch which can't be bought new, but only on the aftermarket as a used watch, and maybe even with some hunting spirit because it's a rare watch. The Sinn U200 is such a watch. The Sinn U200 is a watch which is in many aspects not a typical Sinn, however it is a typical Sinn, and with 37mm in diameter it is not a watch for everyone's wrist. However, for ladies or smaller men's wrists it's a perfect fit, and what I personally find really astonishing is that this small watch has water resistance of 2000 meters. I've been able to take some footage of such a watch and I'm really glad to present it to you in this video. With a diameter of 37mm, the watch does not show at the first glance its real strength. But if you have a look at the side and you see the thickness of 14.5mm, you get a first indication of what this watch is able to deliver. From the core technical specs and the size, the watch does not appear to be a typical Sinn tool watch, a mission timer, a Einsatzzeitmesser. However, with the sapphire crystal on the front, it is a watch which is capable of a diving depth of 2000 meters, which you might not have expected from a watch of that relatively small size. In addition to the 2000 meter water resistance, we have the AR dehumidifying technology built in, as you can see from the AR capsule here. We have the tegimented bezel, and we have the temperature resistance technology, which allows the watch to operate in an extremely wide spectrum of temperature. Really well made. Yeah, when you look at the core tech specs with 37mm in diameter and 14.5mm in thickness, you might expect an ugly, thick and really high watch. But I think this is well proportioned, well built. The bezel slightly bends down, so it's not the full height at the edge, and the bottom, similar to the U1, is slightly curved, so it can hide a little bit in your wrist. And if I put it onto my 17 centimeter 6 3/4 of an inch wrist, I have to try it because it's a really short rubber here, and it just fits. And if I close one side, you can see this watch sits well on my wrist. Of course, it has a certain thickness, but for me it doesn't look ugly. The big advantage of a watch of that size is with just 73 grams without this rubber or bracelet, you even don't notice it when you wear it over the day. The blue version we see here is a limited edition, no longer available, and looking to the watches I show you right here, this is the portfolio of Sinn U200 and none of them is available new from Sinn, so the whole series has been discontinued, which is a pity. The blue one and the white one have been limited editions anyway, but the standard one and the SDR for black bezel are no longer available. So I really regret this, because this is a really nice watch with quite some technology built in, made for ladies' wrists or smaller men's wrists, or just if you need a watch which is capable to hide under a sleeve. This is a really nearly perfect watch. If you like the watch and if you're going to hunt such a watch, which is quite rare, I have to admit, You have to keep in mind that neither the rubber strap in 18mm nor the steel bracelets are available at Sinn's. So not only the watches have been discontinued, but also the rubber straps and the bracelets, so you get no spare parts. If you look for a pre-owned package, you have to put your focus on getting exactly what you want to have and what you're looking for, rather than getting it completed by Sinn, which is not possible at the moment. Looking at the dial is printed with luminous color. If and how the luminous color is bright, I will show you in a night shot. And now let's have a look at the watch at night. First, I switch off the first video light. Then I switch off my second video light. And here we've got the Sinn U200 at night. As you can see, the hands are similar to the U2 as sword hands, not the square hands of the U1. Legibility is great from various angles. I like the color of the loom. So really well made, and I expect to last it quite long, so you can read it throughout the whole night. I have to admit, I really regret that this watch has been discontinued, because it's an extraordinary watch, both in terms of proportions and size, and the strength and the capabilities the watch has. It is a watch for smaller men's wrists and ladies' wrists, and according to my knowledge, there are no plans at Sinn to launch another small diver watch like this one. I'm really curious to read what you think about the watch, so please leave your comments, share your view with me. Maybe we can give some ideas to Sinn if this watch is a watch which has some fans or supporters or a market, and maybe they're going to launch another compact and really reasonably sized small watch as a successor of this one. If not yet done, please subscribe to my channel so I can inform you automatically about a successor of this watch as soon as it is launched. Until then, cheers, Axel.